Welcome back. Picking up immediately where we left off, just right after we left off, because I cannot stop playing right here. It's our brain! Can you see where he got shot? I don't know if you can. I can't tell.
Well, well, look who finally dragged themselves in out of the wasteland. And where have
Why does my brain have an accent?
crawling through bits of radioactive muck again?
Are you my brain?
Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie?
Why are you such a fucking dick?
Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, quote, dick, unquote. As if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge. And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Hmm? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment?
Of course you're responsible. You're my brain.
I most certainly am not. I'm the seat of all reason and logic in our little partnership. All those feelings that motivate you, do you know where those come from? Glands. They come from glands. Free of the tyranny of your ape-like and primitive endocrine system, I can see how foolish your motives are.
You're the source of most of those glands. Unless you're arguing that my thyroid is responsible.
Well, look, it's all a very complex system of biofeedback and other things I wouldn't expect you to understand.
Oh, admit it. You're just as glandular as I am.
Oh, all right. Perhaps I am, but at least I'm logical about it.
How the hell did Mobius get a hold of my brain anyway?
After the think tank extracted me from your skull, they fell to bickering amongst themselves. I'm sad to say we were quite forgotten about. Dr. Mobius saw an opportunity to gain some leverage and had me...
I like that the brain bobbles when it's talking. That's very funny. I missed that dialogue actually at the end there. How did he manage that?
I don't know. I'm afraid the trauma of our separation rendered me quite insensate. I didn't come around until I was safely ensconced in this tank. I'm quite sure whatever he did was highly scientific, though.
Seems like a pretty unlikely coincidence.
Hardly. Dr. Mobius keeps a close optical sensor on the goings-on at the think tank. As soon as he saw the opportunity, he took it.
Well, that answers that.
Well, as long...
Don't you want to be reunited? I thought you'd be happy to get back inside my skull.
I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you.
I mean, I see your point, but what can I do to make this a fair compromise for both of us, you know?
If you want me back, we need to establish some ground rules. First, showers! Second, regular checkups. Regular, mind you, and from a reputable doctor. That Julie Farkas woman, for example, she seems to know...
I wonder if there's a dialogue option, actually.
Third, you need to listen to me more than your hormonal choir and genitalian orchestra. Promise me that, and you've got a deal.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't expect you to actually agree to that. I'm afraid that was a bit of a bluff, really. I'm not going with you.
So you really prefer to just stay here in that tank of goo?
Well, certainly there might be some things I miss about being ambulatory. We have seen some incredible sights, haven't we? Jason Bright and his followers launching into the vast unknown. Helios 1 coming back online. Jason Bright and his followers
Well, that was a
launching
glitch,
into
huh?
the vast unknown. Helios 1 coming back online. Jason Bright and his followers launching into the vast unknown. Helios 1 coming.
We seem to have a hiccup here.
Jason Bright and his followers.
Fuck.
Jason Bright.
How do I... No, dude, I don't even have like a save.
Helios 1 coming. Jason.
Okay, to the... Can I use the console?
Vast unknown.
Okay, I can use the console. Okay, so maybe we investigate if there's a way to get out of this. Alright, got us clear. Player.cam gets you out of the conversation.
Ah, the meat has...
Alright, let's go. We're getting out of here.
Ugh, crawl back in there? Are you mad? I don't know where you've been. For all I know, you're riddled with disease or packing one of those delightful head wounds you seem to attract. I'm not crawling back into your head just to ooze right back out again.
Promise I'll take better care of us.
Even if I believe you, and I'm not saying I do, we still have one significant problem we're facing. Even if I wanted to settle myself back in your skull and go to all the trouble of reconnecting nerve endings, Dr. Mobius doesn't have the tools here. We would have to make use of Dr. Klein's lab, and I rather doubt the brains are inclined to share.
Why? They promised to put us back together once I did everything they wanted.
And you believe them? Really? I know you were recently deprived of my fabulous advice, but... Really? Once I'm delivered into their clutches, they'll find a way past the radar fence and the whole Mojave will be their playground. And that is assuming, of course, that one of them doesn't take a fancy to our body and decide to slip his own brain into it instead.
Why is this a speech check? I mean, we'll do this. Yeah, I know you don't want to let that happen, and I don't want to let that happen.
Well, I suppose I do miss those endorphin rushes when we save the day. All right, what's the plan?
Well, if the think tank won't hold up their bargain, we'll make them. Let's go.
Right. Look out, think tank. This brain is coming out of its jar. I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those other meaty parts the think tank took from us. Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in no problem. Right then, off we go. Klein will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
Okay, your brain added just to my fucking inventory. Okay, use the Sync autodock to retrieve your original heart, retrieve your brain, confront Dr. Klein, use the Sync autodock to retrieve your original spine. Let's talk to Mobius again. Let's make sure we save. Because I just had a spook.
Oh, I see you and your brain reached a compromise. How pleasant. I hypothesized after the indignant frequencies my receptors had recepted, such a partnership-based conclusion would be low on the likely scale.
My brain told me the think tank needs to be stopped. Can you help?
If I recall, I had a plan that was working, whatever it was. I don't think it reached fruition. I would recall fruit if it had happened. I wasn't trying to kill them, just keep them out of trouble. What was that plan? Blast. I probably wrote it down on the floor somewhere.
Any tactics I could use to attack the think tank?
That will be difficult. It would be like fighting 5 scaled-down versions of me that have better depth perception. And they have an arsenal of vivisectors, brainial beams, and a rather nasty ray that can make your atoms do a happy dance. If you could survive those highly improbable odds and ends, then deceasing them is definitely an option. Although, I doubt killing them would do anything except make you feel better. Or let you brag to other humans about your primal violentness.
What was the plan you had?
Something ingenious and needlessly complicated, I expect. I may have already told you and forgotten it. I forgot I had forgotten pencils until one day I found one. Spent days studying its purpose before my memory circuit kicked in. Felt quite silly.
Anything I can do to stop them that doesn't require that?
Well, you could try and appeal to their humanity. That's a tired cliche. And really, when they were humans, they weren't very good humans.
I think I'd really like to kill them.
Well, if you're determined to go down that road, so be it. They will undoubtedly switch off the pacification field when you return.
Can I have a mentat?
Why, of course you can. I am well versed in the science of sharing. Well, when not chemmed out of my sphere.
Alright. Check you later. So. It says there's a thing on the ground. Confront Klein and end your imprisonment. So this is the end. Do we think there is actually a plan?
They said I was mad.
Something written on the ground here that we can actually see. Could be anywhere. I want to know, like, if there is something, I would like to see it. Even if I am probably just gonna kill them, because like they seem too dangerous to let them live, in my, professional opinion. All right, so I'm gonna go limp over to. Actually, looks like there's an ammo box right here between these computer terminals we missed. Maybe. I'm gonna go load this up so we can run around the room and try to figure out what the hell we need to do here. Like, I didn't notice anything written on the floor anywhere. It really sounds like there should be a bunch of stuff written. So it's kind of weird to me that there doesn't seem to be anything. I might go take a look online. Yeah, there's like nothing written on the floor anywhere. Okay, I'm gonna go investigate. Seems like this is probably just a dialogue thing and doesn't actually exist, near as I can tell. So, we'll haul this loot back to the main room. I'll shuttle all the loot back to base off screen, and then we can deal with the think tank. Wonder if the fall would be lethal. No reason to find out. So, yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a way to straight up just disable them, which is kind of weird. Maybe I should read more. Maybe there was and I just didn't see it. You know what? Yeah, I could probably just pause the video right now, haul this shit back, and I could figure out if I just didn't read the right shit, maybe. Let's do that. Okay, some quick things. Let's check the thing here. Soundwave file.
Right on.
Robo Scorpion, recalibrate. Revelation to Robo Scorpion. Bonus damage for power armor, critical strike, explosion. I still feel like the fucking stuns the thing, but let's just keep it. If we use it again, we can try it out. I mean, we're never gonna use this gun after this point, so it doesn't really matter that much. We got 1 bajillion upgraded microfusion cells also now. So there's that. I'm gonna just clear out a little bit of inventory here real quick. I didn't do it before for some reason. Alright. We had one other thing to do. Yes, auto dock.
You require some additional...
I'd like to engage your services. Swap body parts. Give me back my spine. Okay. Spine is back in your body. Advanced technologies remain. Torso can be crippled, but we have more strength and damage threshold. I think this is a worthwhile trade. I'm going to leave us heartless. So we're reinstalling the spine, leaving the heart gone. I think that's the way I want to play that. And then I guess I can't put the brain back in yet? Is the brain over here in a tank, or is it just still in my fucking pocket? Yeah, okay. Heart doesn't look so well, does it? Looks kinda gross and miscolored. Maybe a heart looks that way. What do I know? I ain't never seen a human heart. Okay, let me shuttle the rest of this shit back. No, this stuff hasn't regrown. We'll shuttle this back. I think we'll deal with the think tank today, just because it's kind of the think tank episode. And then I'll continue the quest for like the other upgrades afterwards, I guess. Well, let's go do this, I think.
Maybe we could dim the lights and have a candlelit discussion of classic literature.
I am properly... Yeah, we got that. I did deposit all my shit, but... Whatever. We die, we die. I did accidentally go in here once, so there was like a warning thing that popped up, but that's not terribly important. The council has convened, I guess. Klein... Dala... Wait, what does Dala's name mean? Because they're... All the other ones are recursive. Ouroboros, 08. I don't know where Dala's name comes from. How? Her name wasn't, like, mentioned. I'm looking up. Dala name infinity? I don't know what you want to call it. Dala's name difference. Shortened form of Mandala, which means circle in Sanskrit. All right, there we go. We got it.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
I found my brain. Now you and I are gonna settle up.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
How about no? We have some things to discuss.
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
So I don't want to do this. I know that you can like recruit them to your side essentially, but I feel like they're too dangerous. So I think I'm just gonna say I cannot let you dissect the Mojave. I cannot let you into the Mojave. You cannot leave this place.
Yes, you can. You don't really have an alternative that I can see.
Dr. Klein, I must intercept. Please, do not harm the lobotomite.
I'm not going to harm it. I'm going to dissect it until it's dead. Why the sudden intersection, Dala?
I cannot stand a sweet breathing organism, breathing in and out to suddenly not breathe. We must keep it alive. For study. Slow study.
Dala, these vocalized pauses are unlike you. What do you care?
Klein, you know, this lobotomite, it's a great sounding board. You respect ideology, right? This one's, well, it's got good ideas.
Silence, Dr. O. This is a think tank decision. Save your objections until after I have decided our course of action.
You know what, Klein? Stick a straw in your tank and suck yourself. Long and deep. And my name is Zero. Yeah, a big, fat zero with a slash through it.
The slash as a designator of... Why, that is brilliant. But how did you...
The lobotomite taught me that. Taught me a name is more than, that I should take pride in things. Like names. And... You know what? Forget it, Klein. I hate you. And your theory of brain-gill beam oscillation? The Chinese had it first, you copycat.
How dare you? Brainial beam oscillation was solely my discovery. I expressly told you that and deleted all evidence to the contrary. It's 2-8. Why are you acting like this? You've never refused to commit necessary surgery before. And this lobotomite needs its surgery.
How much dialogue is there going to be?
A noble speech, but there is no room in my vocabulators for friend and lobotomite in the same sentence. The very concept, revolting. Perhaps you are irradiated with camaraderie radiation. We have chems for that. We can save you from your emotional addiction.
If I may, I feel as if I must be the voice of reason here. This lobotomite is much like us. Regarding even animals and pets as nothing more than avenues to promote science. There is good here. Instead of ending its life on the table, we should prolong its suffering in the name of science. Like good old Gabe, the finest of lab specimens.
Why am I even listening to you fools? Enough of this mutinous chorus. If there's a word I hate, it's mutiny. And the word jism, which never made any sense to me. It's ridiculous putting j and z together like that. Nonsense! I count as 5. like the mighty human hand I once had, with its 5 penises clenched in a fist.
I mean, I should probably just pull the plug, right? Doesn't mean like your math is wrong. The odds aren't good.
Nonsense! The mathematics of this situation are on our side, lobotomite. I believe... No, wait. Carry the 2, then...
I just don't want to exit the
If this were a
dialogue
democracy,
prematurely.
I would be concerned. We are too scientific for that. So just surrender.
I think you're past due for your lobotomy, Klein.
Fight? I've never been in a fight. What do I... Ah! Colleagues! Think tank! Alert! Alert! We are under attack!
Firing cranial beams at
Okay, these guys drop pretty easy. Sorry, Dala. It was good while it lasted, baby. These guys are too dangerous to let them live. Oh, look at the pieces! Damn. They hit me a little bit there.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The courier had scoured much of the Big Empty, although secrets still remained in the crater's depths. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him over much. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The biological research station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, It slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magneto-hydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the big empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts.
This is very funny.
After one of its more psychotic episodes,
This whole
however,
thing.
the other sink personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village.
This is such a funny image, Muggy on the
It might
bed.
have been the end for poor Muggy. Except, he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind old Jefferson, with sounds the courier brought him, created a symphonic counter-frequency that saved Big Mountain from sonic invasion in 2910.
What? 2910?
If you didn't hear about it, good.
What the fuck?
By the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names once too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after, the stealth suit had left it without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
Yay, Roxy! Nice. The dog's hooked up. A litter of cyberpups. That's incredible.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
The think tank basement, filled with the lobotomized robotical frames of the doctors, now served as a graveyard. The monitors had recorded the battle in its entirety, including the think tank's final, shrill, terrified screams, whimpers, and pleas for mercy. They broadcast these humiliating last moments as a warning to anyone approaching the perimeter that other smarty pants were not welcome. The courier was the inheritor of the Big Empty, and there was room for only one will in the halls of the think tank dome.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, old world blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became
Nice.
a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
So, do we get to teleport to this place? That's actually, like, really good. Okay, brain is back in. I want the brain in, so this is good. This is the one that, like, more than anything, I definitely want for RP reasons. I think our brain should be in our head. Transportal ponder, transporting you and you alone between Mojave, Wasteland, and Big MT. To return to the Mojave or go back to Big MT, simply equip it, pull the trigger, away you go. Doesn't work in interiors, totally incapable of harming your enemies. Okay.
Please, please, please tell me you stomped Dr. O's brain into a fine paste. Did he squeal? Did he beg? God, I hope he begged. Who's the flatware bitch now, oh?
Greetings, citizen.
I'm just seeing if any of the other ones have dialogue now.
Might I be safe in the assumption that matters with the think tank have been satisfactorily computed vis-a-vis your residence in this domicile?
I trust matters regarding your brain were resolved to your satisfaction.
You're back, and the brains didn't lobotomize you. Well, not any worse, at least. Hooray!
Wait.
It was getting lonely without... You're going to need to find your...
Oh, I don't have any bottles on me. Okay, never mind. That makes sense. I was very confused for a second.
You took care of them brains pretty good, baby. Nice.
Will Sir be staying for any...
We picked up at least one... Yeah, teddy bear. Who is teddy bear? Or Dala. Dala's teddy bear. Wrong game. Huh.
With the brains dealt with, soon we can spread our rule across the Mojave. All will eat burned toast in despair.
Fantastic.
I understand you're to be congratulated on the recovery of your missing organs. Bravo.
So you beat the big brains at their own game, huh? Guess you'll be putting your walking shoes on again, hitting that old lonesome road.
British tar is a soaring soul, as free as a mountain bird.
You outbrained the big...
That is so hot. Okay. Well, that's everything then, right? So let's see. We got some ammo to deposit. Yeah, I guess we picked up a bunch of overcharge. Did I miss anybody? Yeah, can't talk to the brain tank because the brain is in our head. Where it belongs. Book shoot, auto dock. Yeah, that should be everybody handled. I wonder if things are going to be hostile out there still. I mean, like the lobotomites obviously still will be there. Still will be a thing. One can assume. Okay, so, we're not leaving yet, of course, because we do still have stuff to do. I should make sure this quest still exists here, huh? Okay, field research. So, one there, one there. Let's go to the transmitter. Okay! Sir! Sir, I'm gonna need you to stand the fuck back. Get back, sir. Not the best fast travel location, I guess. Could have been bad, maybe. Okay, so looking for seeds. Apparently one is just right here somewhere. Was that there the whole fucking time? Crazy. Why are the spore plants so fucking tough? I guess it's a fair compromise with them being essentially, like, short-range turrets that can't do shit. Can I walk on this? Oh, there's a pipe there. That's probably a better way to go. So, Old World Blues. I fucking loved it. What a great DLC. I was expecting a little more cringe from the the weird eye view I had of this DLC. And, no, it was fucking great. So we're going... Are we just going there? No, it's here. Underneath us? Oh, it's literally right here on the ground. Fuck me. Okay, we got some seeds. Return the samples to the sink. Okay. We'll just head back. So let's see here. Let's deposit some stuff. Rock flower. Cave fungus. Xander root. Is that really it? I guess so. Hunting shotgun, proton axe fist. Goggles, jumpsuits, masks, gowns. 64 weight is still over. Yes, we do have other crafting material and ammo. Oh yeah, we got a battery from one of them, I guess, huh? Still 53. Oh yeah, 53 because I picked up the weapon kits before we left.
Always nice.
Open your port to receive my seed.
Ah, yeah, baby. Just slip it in there. All the way down in that dark, moist earth. Launching interface.
Dried banana yucca. Honey mesquites. Completed! Really? Huh. But there's still like so many places to go. Alright. Let's make a new save here. I'm gonna do some quick investigation. I'm gonna still go everywhere, I just kind of want to know... I'm surprised there's to see so much stuff that doesn't tie directly in. So, presumably, what we're missing here then is just like the rest of the skill books? And then maybe the snow glow, which is an X-17, which I don't think we've been to. And then the hazmat suit. So I think that should be like kind of everything. So let's go to here. Let's start with the stuff we have already accessed on the map. Well, access is the wrong term. Stuff we have the capability to access, I guess. Oh, melee weapon skill book. Okay. Great. Well, that was easy. Oops. Wait, is there not an interior cell here? There isn't. Okay. Job done. Meteorological, I guess? Apparently this is where the snow globe is. Yeah, so I think this might be my favorite Fallout DLC currently in all the games. Not that I've played them all. I've done all the Fallout 3 ones, I'm pretty sure. I haven't done all the Fallout 4 ones, at least not completely. Because really the only time I finished a Fallout 4 run was before all the DLCs were out, so... I just didn't bother with any of them. But I'm pretty sure I've started every Fallout 4 DLC. Okay, so we got another named dude. So that seems to be a trend too. Like themed areas with named like guards. Patrolling them like sub-bosses or whatever you want to call them. We fought, you know, a Cazador. This guy, obviously. One of them dogs. I think we saw a Protectron, right? Seems like we might be clear here of enemies, but I'm gonna keep crouching around till we're sure. I mean, honestly, with our speed, like, who gives a shit, right? We're not the same speed, we're close enough that I can't tell the difference. Yeah, we're definitely a little slower, I think. I can tell the difference, I'm a liar. But, like, I don't know, it's like 92% versus 100 or something. Okay, there is, in fact, an enemy! Their slow turn radius does a lot of heavy lifting fighting these guys. Very nice. Okay, this thing's already toasted. I probably wasn't at full anyway on this. If nothing else, it'll be nice going back to weapons that have actual durability. And don't just instantly melt. I believe we have the trait that makes it worse too, right? You get like bonus crit, but weapons decay faster. Which, like, wasn't really noticeable for me with the other weapons we were using. But we were using, you know, 6-shot revolvers and like lever action rifle. Shit that was like slow fire rate and higher damage maybe. Which helps cover that up. And I do think some of these energy weapons have, at least the ones in this DLC, probably have lower durability. Because that is a trade-off they use in this game for like weapon balancing. So it seems to me that's probably what's going on here. Enjoying that extra 10 to inventory from our upgraded spine. Okay, I guess the lower level here is pretty well cased. Let's go look here in the middle one more time. Big pile of nothing. Okay, upper level. And then after this, it's just kind of like the stuff in the southwest corner of the map, maybe? I'm kind of surprised, though, that, like, so much of the southwest corner was left. Oh, what the fuck? It's a model of the... Why? Why? What is the... In the meteorological station? Does that make any sense? Wait, how do I get in here? Oh, that way. So the upper level, and then this can, what, just cross over to here and go down? Yes. Did we get this toolbox? I'm pretty sure we did. I don't need to habitually check every fucking toolbox. I mean, I do. I literally can't stop myself. It's a compulsion, but... Snow globe! Mad scientist scrubs. Cigarettes and a clipboard. Turpentine. Well, I guess I'm taking an ashtray. What fell down? Did I not go? Can you knock over a globe? I would assume you can't. Huh. Alright, well, whatever. Can't be that important. Begin weather test? Oh, okay. Huh. That's certainly something. Okay. Sure. Yeah, man, whatever. Weather test, indeed. True, yep. Well, that served a purpose. Only way I would have seen these. So, of course, when it's time for us to finally actually leave this place, we're gonna have to do, like, the slow walk back. What I might try is to see if I can just, use the teleport. Like, maybe I can just go to the strip, teleport here, grab my shit, and teleport back. Maybe that just works. Honestly, though, if you could teleport to the sink encumbered and back, that's like insane value for a base. Like, if that's a thing, I will never not use the sink as home base in a playthrough. Because that's just way too valuable if true. Alright, seems to me we're clear. Alright. Well, we should wrap it up here. Under an hour for once. That's great. They've been a little long recently. I don't know. So have we been to everything here? The waste disintegration platform, Securitron plant, loading station, Mysterious Cave, the tunnel, the dome. Did we go to the magnetohydraulics complex? I don't know. Might have to check that one. I can maybe look up the loot and figure it out. Yeah, you know what? I'll do that. I'll see if we've been there. Magnetohydraulics. We did Y0. Botanical. Construction site. Little Yangtze. Signal Hills transmitter. Looks like there's something there. There can't be, though, because we've been here... Okay, no, these like tanks or something. These aren't locations. Maybe these are not necessarily locations? I mean, this has to be. I mean, look at this. This has to be something. There's no shot it's not. So, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I guess it's those areas, and that's like it. Oh, there was something about something near Higgs Village. So maybe there's something in here. I think that was where the code was for the hazmat testing. But yeah, we'll worry about that next time. All right, well let's wrap it up here then. And yeah, maybe 1 or 2 more episodes of tying up loose ends.